This is Helen from Wellness by Helen. If you follow me, you know that I'm living in Italy now. I'm in Rome. It's amazing. I love it. I'm blown away by every little thing every single day. I was walking around today, for example, and I'm coming home and I went a completely different direction. I thought I was taking another street and I ended up once again at the Pantheon. And it's like all roads, I end up at the Pantheon, which is this temple built for the gods. Really beautiful. It's stunning when you see it in person. It doesn't even look real. It looks like a painting. And it's just amazing that this is a part of my daily life. So when I got here, I kept asking my friends if they knew of any herb stores. And they were like, there's no herb stores. We don't do that here. We don't know about it. Like nobody really knew anything about natural healing, at least not in my circle of my friends that I have living here. And I started to kind of roam the city and there's like an herb shop on every corner. It's crazy. It's really exciting to me. And I've been kind of playing with the things that I find, and I'm in Italy, so it's Mediterranean healing, which is really cool. So I went to this herb store today, a new one that I found literally across the street. I'm pumped about. And I wanted to show you a few of the things that I got, because there are a lot of products that are very similar, but they also use the Mediterranean, the things that are available here in the Mediterranean. So I've been feeling like I need to do a liver flush, I'm not into cleanses necessarily, but it is nice to every once in a while pay attention to certain organs and to clear them out, detox if you will, but nothing too harsh. The first herb store I went to, was talking to the girl, she's an herbalist as well, and she recommended this decoction that was like a syrup of a bunch of different herbs, and I was totally with it. We did the whole program, but I started to get hives. And I realized, liver is the thing that processes the heat in your body. It's what regulates your heat. It is directly related to the blood. It's directly related to pitta, or your fire internally. And I realized that if I was having hives, something was moving in my liver. But you never want to push your body beyond extremes. So as much as I'm like, okay, this is working, I didn't like the effect it was having on my body. So I went to this other herb place and I said, give me something homeopathic. And I told them that in the past I've used rosemary, so we decided on that. So I picked up a homeopathic, actually I haven't opened this yet, a homeopathic formula for liver clearing, liver purification, that I'm gonna have to take 25 drops 3 times a day, and that should slowly, gently, and naturally allow my liver to kind of regenerate itself. Rejuvenate. You know that I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner, so when I found puka teas, I was pumped. I'm not going to attempt to read this in Italian because my Italian is terrible. But I picked up a chai formula because I can't live without it. Chai is always really, really good for you. There's cardamom, there's ginger, there's cinnamon, there's licorice, all good things for your digestive system, and very grounding. So I'm into this brand. This is an Ayurvedic brand from the States. It's really easy to find, and I'm really excited to have found it here in Italy. So I left my life in Los Angeles and I moved across the world, and I've been here for about 3 weeks. I've been having trouble sleeping as of the last couple days, waking up in the middle of the night with what I think is like an anxiety attack, which is not me by any means. I think it's just my body kind of like finally relaxing and it's coming out in that way. So I was like, give me something to help me sleep a little bit better, at least to kind of flow in my sleep. So these are box flower essences. So this one is, there's verbena in it, there's walnut, white chestnut, cherry plum. And this is for relax and sleep. So the box flower essences are really, really great formulas. The way that it works is when you look up the flower essences, you look it up according to what you're experiencing. So if you're having trouble letting go of something or someone, if you're procrastinating, if you're feeling heavy-hearted, if you have a trauma that you went through and you're kind of having trouble releasing that, there are formulations that are made specifically for the thing that you're experiencing. And that's how the essences work. It's energetic medicine. It's a beautiful science. Definitely look into it if you're not familiar with it, but the box flower essences are awesome. So I'm excited about that. Probiotics. I've already opened it, so this is empty, but I picked up a full spectrum one. So probiotics are going to come in different forms. They're going to come in specific strains, in combination of strains, or they're going to appear to you as per billion. So you'll have the 5 billion, 15, 20, up to 50 billion. A lot of billions is really good because you're getting a lot of cultures. And this is important. So probiotics are important because everything that you eat essentially has to be digested and absorbed in order to be turned into nutrients. The thing that is digesting your food and helping you absorb is probiotics. It's the good bacteria in your gut. When this mycoflora is off, you're going to experience a lot of different symptoms. So it's important to keep a probiotic with you. Because I'm living somewhere new, the food is new, the water is new, the air is new, my sleep is all funky. I picked up a probiotic and it's helping keep me regular. So going to the bathroom, very important. And also I feel like it's helping me absorb my nutrients better. So I picked up this one, Maximum Bioflora. It's an Italian brand. And a conversation I was having with the herbalist there is I asked her, how many billion is this? And she said, I wanted to know. And she said, the billion is not important. What's important is where it comes from, because you could have a lot of billion that is not bioavailable in your body. And I went, all right, I like where your head's at. So I picked up this one. I'm excited about it. This is a tooth whitening powder. So I saw this in the toothpaste section, and the whitening ingredient is calcium carbonate, which when I was talking, there's calcium carbonate, there's chamomile, melissa, there's rosemary in it. There's a bunch of herbs in here, and this is supposed to work better than baking soda, which is a natural whitening agent. So if you normally brush your teeth, you can dip your toothbrush in some baking soda after and just kind of brush your teeth with it, and it gently scrapes, and it's also really good for whitening. And so you can't do it every day. I would do every other day. So I picked up this one to kind of compare. I'll let you know how that goes. My skin has been dry because it's winter here. Depending on where you are, it's either winter or summer, but in Rome, it's winter and it's cold. I live by the river, the Tiber River, but it's humid, but my skin has been really dry. The water here I feel like it's a lot harsher. There's a lot of calcium in it, and that's going to dry your skin, and I've noticed it. So I've been using olive oil, just regular extra virgin olive oil, because in Ayurvedic medicine, we stress using oils on the skin. But I've noticed that it's a little too heavy. So I don't want to heat it, which is what you would normally do with, say, a sesame oil. You want to cure it by heating it and then pouring it back in the bottle and using it. That makes it lighter. Heat makes things lighter. Because using an extra virgin olive oil, if you heat the green virgin olive oil, you're going to burn the minerals and the chlorophyll, and it will become toxic. And I don't want to block any channels. I'm trying to clear my channels. So I picked up, this is a Rosa Mosqueta, is rosehip oil. Rosehip oil based from Welda, which is a pretty reputable company in the natural world. So we'll see how that goes. And while I'm at it, I picked up a natural shampoo by a bio. In Europe, we, instead of using the word organic, we use biologie. So it's a bio called Bio Earth. It's a natural shampoo. We'll see how that goes. I always try to pick shampoos that don't have any added preservatives like parabens, that stay away from the lauryl sulfates. Always try to go the most natural, using the veggie surfactants. Always try to do your best to limit your toxic load. as women especially, we get a lot of toxins that end up being hormone disruptors. We get it in nail polish, in the candles that we burn, in the makeup that we use, in the lotions, in the shampoos, in the cleaning products, in everything that you can think of that has some kind of a smell or some kind of a chemical component to it, some kind of a formulation, you're going to get a toxic load on your body. So the things that you can control, using natural lip balms like beeswax based, coconut oil based, using natural things in your hair, using oils to moisturize your skin, your hair, your eyes. It's very important to limit the load on your body, and it is the most natural thing for your body also. And speaking of natural, my moon is coming. Maybe that's too much information, but ladies, it's very important to use cotton for your cycles, whether it's tampons or pads. I know this company, I've met the owners, 100% cotton pads. And when I saw this brand, I picked it up. I didn't even think twice because they're reputable and I know that it's clean. They make tampons and pads with a lot of absorbents and a lot of chemicals, and you could end up with funky infections, with just more toxicity. You have to think that you are, if you're putting a tampon in as a woman, that's sitting there for hours in a warm, supple, moist place. And it's right in your reproductive system. So we have to be very careful with the products that we use, especially the feminine products. I picked up some goodies like organic quinoa. These are spelt and farro little noodles. I've been making soup a lot lately and porridges, and so I put that in there. I do have a sweet tooth, so I picked up some quinoa, which I don't usually have sugar for breakfast, but they're kind of nice to nibble on. And something else that I didn't get this at the organic store. I got the herb store. I got this at the grocery store. I tried to get the organic eggs, the natural fed eggs. They didn't have any today. I got there kind of late. So I got regular eggs. I know that's kind of snobby of me to say, but I try to pick the most natural thing, the most natural produce, the most natural foods as possible. And if you're eating animal products, the feed of the animal and what the animal ate, how the animal lived, you're absorbing that energy, those nutrients, and the physical composition of the meat is based on what that animal ate and drank, and also the energy of where it lived. And so it's very important to pick products that are organic, that are grass-fed, etc. But you know how in the States, when you look at a produce label, depending on if it starts with an 8, a 9, a 5, a 4, it tells you something different. So if it starts with a 9 and it's 5 digits, you know that you're getting an organic product. If you pick up something with an 8, it's conventional. If it's with a 5, if I'm not mistaken, it's GMO. Look it up just to be sure. I wrote an article on it once, but it's been a while since I visited that. I just know I always pick the 9 because that's organic. And so inside this egg carton comes the description of what their barcode means here. So it has, this one has the number 2, and then it, and then a bunch of other numbers. And so basically the thing that caught my attention was that right here it says, if it starts with a 0, it's biologico, which means it's organic. If it starts with a 1, it's all'aperto, which means this chicken was raised in the open outside. If it's 2, it's a terra, which means like ground fed, or it was able to be on the ground. And if it's 3, it's in gabbie, which is in cages. So this is a terra, which is actually not bad. It's fed off of the ground, so not bad. And then it goes to say it identifies the province and etc. So you know exactly where your egg is coming from. I thought that was a very, very cool, and it has it right there next to the expiration date. So that is a very cool feature that I just discovered when I ripped this open that I'm excited about. And it's interesting. I really like that they specify not only if it's organic or not, but where and how the chickens were raised, because the quality of the eggs matters. You're absorbing that. That is becoming your Nutrients, that is becoming your tissues, your cells, your thoughts, how you experience your life. So it's very important to pick natural products. It's very important to know where your products are coming from, not only so you can support the companies that you believe in, but so that you know exactly what's going into your body. There is something huge to be said for eating seasonally and eating according to your culture and to your geographical location. A very simple way to think about this is if it's summer and it's very hot outside and you're sitting inside in an air-conditioned room with a sweater on because you're cold, your body knows it's in summer, yet it's experiencing coldness. So that will throw your body off, and that is going to create imbalances in the long run. So you have to be careful with your environment, the things that you choose. And so with what you can control, try to pick things that are cleaner, that are more natural, that are organic, that are grass-fed, that have really good ingredients in them, the formulations, you know exactly what's going in them. And of course, if you have any questions, Ayurveda always seems to have the answer. So definitely look for an Ayurvedic practitioner, and I'm available online if you have any questions. You can easily find me on my site, wellnessbyhelen.com. I am doing consultations via Skype or FaceTime, so I'm always available. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you're interested in any of these products, or if there is something that you're looking for in your daily regimen that you wish you had. Maybe I can help you find something. Definitely keep in touch with me. Follow me on Instagram at Wellness by Helen. I'm trying to post kind of as I discover life here in Rome. I'm trying to post the things that I find that I'm really excited about. So stay tuned for that, and I wish you all the best. Take care.